Hello, Interest TV viewers. We have now here Klaus Andersen, Basware's CEO. And first we could talk about the highlights of the Q4 result that you published today.
Yes. So we just published the results, and I think that the key takeaways from our Q4 is that we have sort of continued the improvement in our profitability when you compare where we were a year ago, and even when you compare it to the first half of 2019, then the second half is completely different. We have on the profitability taking what I would say a step change in the numbers. And the full year adjusted EBITDA is coming out better than guidance, so we are on north of 5 million, and our guidance was 3 million or better. So when we look at then our top line growth and our cloud growth, then both of them are in line with our guidance. So 13% cloud growth and 6% top line growth. And what really sort of energizes me and what I'm very happy about is that we have been able to do the changes we did over the summer last year without losing momentum in our business. So the order intake in Q4 was all-time high, 6.9 million euros in annual recurring revenue.
Good. Then you updated some of the cloud metrics, the key metrics in cloud. Can you go through them? I think from my perspective at least they were quite good, and you are probably proud to present most of them.
Yeah, they were good. And we have actually not published these numbers since mid-2018. So we've calculated them for the full year 19. And if you look at our gross renewal rate, we are at 95%, which means 5% churn in our customer base, and 5% churn is a good number for a business like ours. If we then look at the corresponding net renewal, then we have a net renewal of 104, which means the churn that we're seeing in the existing customer base is more than outweighed by additional business that we're doing with existing customers, which is why it can be more than 100. So that's very nice metrics. And we have also now reached the point where 70% of our total revenue is coming from the cloud. If we then look at the LTV to CAC ratio, we are operating at a multiplier of 7, which is a very, very good number from a cloud company, which is relatively unchanged compared to where it was 2018, but on a very, very nice level, which we are very happy about.
Yeah, the viewers, this LTV CAC number means that for every euro that Basware spends for marketing and customer acquisition, they get 7 euros back over the lifetime of the customer. So it's a quite high number, 7.
Thank you for explaining that.
No problem. And then on the outlook that you gave for this year, can you go through the numbers? You're still expecting growth, but how is it divided between the sort of units and what's the profitability guidance?
Yeah, so we will continue the strategy that we have embarked upon in the second half of last year. And we have consistently guided that in 2020 we will reach positive EBIT. And that's a very important part of our guidance for 2020, that we will continue that journey. And then we have guided that the net sales, the growth in our net sales for 2020 is about the same rate as we have seen in 2019. So we are now, what we have done in the second half of last year is very much transforming the business and getting the cost level to a more reasonable level. And now we continue what I would say is more a continuous optimization of our business to drive growth, but also to drive our efficiency and our profitability.
Just to clarify the growth outlook, so you're basically guiding the overall growth, but within that the cloud growth should be on a healthy level, and why the overall growth number is less than 10% is because you are having this transformation still going on to a certain extent.
And that we will have in 2020 as well. And that will be a drag to the top line. We expect that to continue with the pace that we have seen in Q3, Q4 last year. And that of course means that needs to be compensated by cloud growth. So you can actually calculate what expected cloud growth is required to get to the same growth levels on the net sales as we have seen in 2019.
Good. Then on maybe the sort of longer term perspective, you said today in the presentation that your competitive position looks still good.
Yes.
Maybe your views on that, and then on the targets that you have for the longer term.
Yeah. So longer term, I would say the thinking is very much that we operate in a growth market, and what we're doing right now is to prepare ourselves to take even more share of that growth market. So the longer term, the ambition is of course to grow and grow even faster than we're growing today, but we need to be ready to do it, and we need to be at a point exactly where when we start investing in other parts of our business, like additional sales, like additional marketing, like going into new markets and so on and so forth, we need to be very certain that we can generate a return for that investment. So right now we are very much sort of preparing ourselves to be in the right position to scale up and increase the speed going forward. The whole cloud business is all about scalability, right? So we have to think like that, and we have to think about growth and so on. But we also have to think about that we can in an efficient way operate and scale the business so that we are generating profit out of the growth that we will see going forward.
Okay, thank you for the interview.
Thank you.